Hey, algebra students! It's been a minute since we've done the formula sheet, huh? But good news, the formula sheet is just really the same stuff we've been doing. Simplifying, solving, and substituting, the 3 S's of algebra. So let's take a look. Find the area of a rectangle with a width of 10 centimeters and a length of 28 centimeters. Now, you might be a ninja who knows how to find the area of a rectangle without the formula, but I'm going to use the formula just so I can show you these 3 lovely S's of algebra. So go hit up the formula sheet, find the formula that relates the area of a rectangle to its width and its length, and you'll find this: A equals LW. And now our next step is always to substitute in. Hey, there's that first S. Substitute in, oh my goodness, what did I do? Any known values. And so what do I know? I know, let's see, a width of 10 centimeters. I know W, width. And a length of 28 centimeters. I know length, L. Let's plug those puppies in. So A is equal to my length. What did we say that was? 28. Times my width. And what did we say that was? Hey, we know it's 10. And I'm going to use parentheses so that I know that I'm multiplying and it's not the number 2810. And now, after I've done my substitution, my first S, now the question is simplify or solve. And it's all based on whether the letter's already alone or not. And take a look. It sure is. A is already alone. The sucker's already solved. All I have to do, we call that solved for A. All I have to do is simplify the right-hand side. 28 times 10 gets simpler. I can do that math. That's 280. So what's the area? The area is 280. Now, the number is the important part for the GED, but you have an anal retentive math teacher. You know you do. And also understanding units will help you understand word problems later. So I'm going to ask you 280 what? Well, this is area. Area is the number of squares to cover a shape. And so it's always measured in square units. So that's going to be 280, not plain old centimeters, but square centimeters, which we abbreviate cm to the second power. And that's not math to do. That's an abbreviation for square centimeters. Nice. Next example. Find the length of a rectangle with a width of 10 centimeters and an area of 28 square centimeters. Now, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of newbie students would do this problem the exact same way and get the exact same answer. And I'm like, you guys, it's not the same question. It's not. So let's take a look at how this is, yes, similar, but not the same problem. So this time, instead of finding the area, I'm finding the length. And this time, instead of knowing the length, I know the area. All right, and how's that going to change things? Well, it's not going to change the formula. We still have the same relationship between the area, the length, and width of a rectangle. It's A equals length, or area equals length times width. But what's going to change here is my substitution, because I've got to plug in the numbers where they belong, not just any which way that pleases me. All right, this A stands for area. So if I'm going to trade out A, it needs to be for the area. And that is what I know this time. This time I know the area. And so I'm going to trade out A for 28. Don't be worried about it being on the other side of the equation. We'll handle that, or the other side of the equal sign. So there's my equal sign. Now, next letter I see is L. Do I know my L? Let's see. No, I don't know my L. My L is an unknown. And so it's just an L. Now, L is being multiplied by W, so you should go searching, do you know your W? Find the length of a rectangle with there we go. Width of 10. So my W is 10. And those two things are multiplying together. Now, this is just a one-step equation to solve, but it looks not the way you're used to seeing it. So if it's freaking you out, remember that to multiply together a number and a letter, you just shove them together with the number first. So it might make you more comfortable to see this written as 28 is equal to 10L. And now that it's written like this, I can solve, and I will do that by getting rid of the 10 through division. It is multiplying. I will divide. Now, I just glossed right over why I started working backwards. Notice, though, this time, last time my A was alone. This thing was already solved for the letter I wanted. That's not what's going on here. This time my L is not alone on its side of the equal sign. We have 28 is equal to 10L. I need to do some solving to get my L alone, to get it by itself. And that's really that key there, that I need to start solving using opposites on both sides in order to isolate my variable. So multiplying and dividing by 10 are opposites, they cancel. My L is alone just like I wanted. And there's the math to do. You can feel free to do it in your calculator, 28 divided by 10. And since this is the land of geometry, I would probably use decimals or mixed numbers to express my answer. I think I'll just use a decimal. So what's the length of this rectangle? It is 2.8. And again, this is the important part for the GED, but here comes your anal retentive math teacher once again, who wants you to understand geometry. 2.8 what? 2.8 plain old regular centimeters. You say, Kate, but I see the word area in this problem. Shouldn't it be square centimeters? Well, yes, it would be square centimeters if you were finding the area like we did here. But we weren't finding the area. We were finding the length. And length is just a line, not a bunch of squares. And so it's going to be plain old centimeters. The length is 2.8 centimeters. Woo! Good review. Good review of everything. That's why I love solving with formulas, because we review the 3 big important skills of algebra all in one area. And you guys did so good. I'm so proud of you. All right, you guys. Happy learning.